Hey, roomies. Welcome back to Red Room Podcast. It's your host, Lady Red. And today we will be talking about my celibacy journey. We are celebrating one entire year on this journey. We're going to talk about everything surrounding that. This podcast is not, I repeat, is not for little people. So if you got little people around, maybe they don't need to be around for this one. Due to just like the language and the transparency of this podcast and all of those things. So, yeah, let's dive right in. So, I am the type of girl who wears her heart on her sleeve. My best friend actually gets so upset with me because she be like, Crystal, she was like, you just lead with your heart. You just lead with your heart. She was like, you could let people do things to you over and over and over and over again. And you just keep giving people grace. Keep giving people grace. She was like, I hate that about you. But I'd be looking at her and I'd be like, yeah, but I feel like that's just the heart that God gave me. And because you're supposed to live according to his word and what Christ says, aren't we supposed to live a life, according to him, like a Christ-like life? So to me, I'm like, Jesus forgives, I gotta forgive. Jesus doesn't hold grudges, I'm not gonna hold grudges. Jesus gonna love us regardless of, what our sins are. I'm gonna love people regardless of what their sins are. But I have learned through this process and through this journey that I don't have to tolerate certain behaviors just because I have a pure heart and a good heart. So one thing about me, when I'm dealing with somebody, I'm dealing with that person and that person only. And when it does get to a intimacy point, then I'm still dealing with that person and that person only. But I'm the type of girl, if I'm your girl, if I'm your woman, if we solidified, some kind of boundaries when it comes to, if I'm dealing with you, I'm only dealing with you. You dealing with me, I'm only dealing with you. Like, if we have this understanding and stuff, like, there's nothing in this world I won't do for my man in the bedroom. I'm gonna be honest. When I say it's up, it is stuck. It's up and it's stuck. There aren't too many things that I won't do when it comes to dealing with my partner in that sense. We can get as freaky as we want to. We can get as nasty as we want to. We can do what we want to. We can turn up when we want to. Anytime, any place, Janet Jackson song, all of that. Like, it's up. So my thing is I take dealing with one person only very seriously because I know how I am and how I get when it comes to that situation. So I need to know that I'm safe, I'm secure in the intimacy department with you. I need to know that I'm safe and I'm secure in the physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, like all of these things. Like, for us to be on this level that we supposed to be on and doing what we supposed to be doing, like, I just all in all, through and through, need to know that I'm safe with you. So there was nothing I wouldn't do for my spouse. And I ain't even gonna say spouse because it wouldn't even, but it was a clear understanding of, I'm dealing with you, you dealing with me. We not gonna cross those boundaries. But things got crossed. So amongst them getting crossed, a lot of heartache, a lot of pain, a lot of betrayal, a lot of deceit, a lot of betrayal, a lot of lies, a lot of heartbreak, a lot of damage, a lot of chaos, a lot of turmoil, a lot of pain, disgust, denial, safety issues, dangerous situations. After all of this, I had to back up, take a step back, and be like, okay, this time it's on you. You done found out what you done found out. You know what you know. What you gonna do with it? Because there were other situations that had took place, and I would just sweep it under the rug because I wanted this person to be my person so bad that you are willing to allow certain disrespect, certain hurt, certain pain because you want it to work so bad. But I've gotten to a place where I don't tolerate that no more. So that's one thing. With me and my last person I was dealing with stopped dealing with each other, I had to really go and take a step back and talk and have a conversation with God because I kept saying, you know, God, I'm so angry with you. I'm so mad with you. I'm so upset with you because everybody that you place in front of me, I end up fixing them in some sense. I end up nurturing what's broken within them. And in the midst of doing that, I slowly pick away at myself and break myself down. I ended up having to have a serious conversation with God because I did not want to feel the hurt and the pain that I ended up feeling with this last situation. Like, I was like, God, my heart and my spirit can't take another one of those situations. And when I look back, I do take a lot of accountability because God was putting the signs in front of me and he was putting it in my face and he was showing me who this person was. But because I wanted it so bad, I ignored it. All the red flags. I ignored them. And it had to get to a point for God to be like, okay, I don't want to destroy you, but if I have to destroy you to absolutely nothing and then rebuild you back up, then I'm going to do it. Like, if that's what it takes, let's do it. And baby, when I tell you, I've never been that broken before. And I'm talking about from anybody that I've ever dealt with in the past tense. I had to go through a lot of different stages. Happy, sad, angry, broken, apologetic. Like, I had to go through all of these emotions. I had to go through all of these emotions because, like, it was going to be a part of my journey. So I told God, I was like, okay, God, this is what I'm willing to do. I'm willing to seek you, follow you, listen to you, but most importantly, really just dive into your word and what you want from me. And I'm no longer going to fight it. So I had to let go of that situation. And that was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do pertaining to the circumstances and the depths of which the connection was and all of this other stuff. Like, but I had to let go of that. And then I went to God and I was like, okay, God, I know I'm supposed to be a wife. I know I'm supposed to have a husband. I know that the way I'm going about things, obviously it's not working. Obviously it's not right. So let's just take sex off the table. We love the TikTok shop. Let's just take intimacy off the table. So with taking intimacy off the table, not only was I not going to deal with a man in any aspect of the bedroom, I wasn't going to tempt a man. I'm not going to engage, with a man. Even I have people, approach me and things, but I literally tell them, I'm like, oh, I appreciate that. Oh, thank you for the compliment. But like, I'm not in a space to even give you what you require. So that's where I was whenever things, first started out. Hold on. Okay. So yeah, so I was like, okay, God, let's just take intimacy off the table. Let's focus on you. I won't entertain anybody. If it's for me, it's for me, like whatever. All of these things, right? So I started my celibacy journey, and then an associate had came to me and was like, hey, my family member is starting up a Bible study, and I think that you would really enjoy it. I want you to be a part of it, all of these things. And I said, okay. So Bible study became every Thursday at 7:30. So I'm going on Bible study every Thursday, 7:30. Every Thursday, 7:30. And something is starting to really click. And I'm like, okay. And the more I show up, the more I start building a relationship, with the pastor and the first lady. And I'm going and I'm talking to them, and I'm not gonna say like counseling or therapy sessions, but just going and having some real candid conversations, because I need some guidance and, leadership, and I want to do this the right way, right? So in the midst of having a conversation with the pastor, he was like, Crystal, like, let's quit saying, you're on your celibacy journey. He was like, let's say we're on our self-preservation journey. He's like, you're preserving yourself for the right person, for the right time. And, you're taking it one day at a time. And I was like, yeah. So this is where things get complicated. And like I said, we're going to be very honest. We're going to be very open, because I want this to be able to help somebody, and I want this to be able to really, really change the dynamics and the way people look at things and do things, because sometimes what you think is not hurting you is actually hurting you, okay? So I am on this celibacy journey, right? And I'm doing so good. So 3 months in, I'm doing really, really good. But naturally, because of the type of person I am, and naturally because I'm a woman, and naturally because I'm human, and naturally because everybody has needs, I start having that feeling of like, I want to be under somebody. I need to feel wanted. I need to feel needed. I want to feel loved. I want to give love. I'm just horny in general, like, right? So I purchased a toy. I start doing self-indulging things. And even though it was taking away from that urge, from that need, from that desire to go down the wrong way, it was only putting a band-aid. Like, okay, you gonna keep covering up these nicks and these cuts because you steady doing this, and it's helping for the time being. But what do you do when all your bandages are seeping through? Do you keep cutting, or do you stop and start healing those wounds? You stop and you start healing those wounds. So now I'm at like 6 months because the first 3 months I didn't do, anything. For 3 months in, I was doing self gratification, but I stopped at like 6 months. So now I'm like sober. I'm not doing none of that. I'm not thinking about nobody. I'm not moving on, instinct. I'm not doing no self gratification. None of that. So I'm like, okay. So I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. And then about 2 months ago, I started getting into the feeling of, I'm like crying, sad. I'm like, God, like, what are we doing? Like, I'm following you. I'm doing all these things, but I still have this desire and this want and this need to be a wife. Like I said, I would have these conversations with God, and then I would ask him, like, I need clarification. I need understanding. Yes. So I'm like, God, I need clarification. I need understanding. So I ended up watching a sermon because I watch sermons every day on my way to work. But I ended up watching a sermon, and I want to play the part of the sermon that God had me watch it for, and it's gonna blow your minds. Pastor, I'm ready to be married. I know God called me to be somebody's wife. What if God hiding you because he don't want what you like to see you? It ain't like you've been picking good anyway. So God is like, no, I can't let. So why do you think they call you every time you don't go? They call you and say, oh, you missed it. But when you do go, it ain't gonna nothing happen. It's because God has a way of keeping you from you. Michael, hear me. David is anointed in 1 Samuel 16, but then he's still ignored by his dad. His dad tells him. So I want to say this. Everything that man said was like, he hit the nail on the head. But Pastor, I'm ready to be a wife. Okay. But every time you do you pick, you definitely drop the ball. Every time you think that you done found the one, it definitely isn't the one. Let me tell y'all the part that got me. When he said how your friends will be like, oh girl, you missed it, girl. Ooh, they was buying us drinks all night and we turned up, we had a good time, blah blah blah. And then the next time you go, when they go, there's no interaction from a man. And you like, damn, is it me? Am I not cute enough? Am I ugly? Did I not dress cute? Like, I thought I was popping it. That's God saving you from you. You sitting up here in this club with your friends, hoping that you meet a man up out of the club, instead of waiting for me to bring you your knight in shining armor that you might be meeting at Lowe's or Home Depot when you getting ready to do a DIY project. And I'm sitting here getting ready to send you a man that can assist you in that project and really show you the foundation of what a real man is, versus you picking somebody that you done met off up in the club because your friends told you done missed it. God has to protect you from you sometimes. So even though I desire to meet someone and go out and do all of these things, God, you can go out. That don't mean I'm gonna have nobody approach you. You can shoot your shot. That don't mean I'm gonna have them call you. You can do all of these things. And if it's not what God wants for you, he will definitely block it. So you can definitely get lost in the sauce. Let's just say that. So I do all of these things. I do the celibacy thing. I'm still doing the celibacy thing. I'm allowing God. I'm diving more so head into, work and, some other things I got going on that I never thought that I would have going on. And God is just like really blessing me in this moment. And one thing that celibacy did for me that I don't think could have ever happened for me if I didn't go on that journey was it gave me clarity. It allowed me to think before I acted. Because when I couldn't do that, I would move first and then deal with the consequences and repercussions later. But now I'm thinking before I act. And when I tell you, God really, really, really has his hands on me. Not even a month ago, God saved me from me. I really feel like the devil knew I was coming up on celebrating a year. And he was like, I'm going to try her and tempt her and antagonize her in the worst way. And God jumped in and he said, touch my anointed, do my prophet no harm in that moment. And he placed a blanket of protection over me that only he could provide. The gratitude I had to give him in that moment, nobody but God. He allowed me to see myself through to a year. He's allowing me to continue this journey that I'm on now. He's allowing me to finally put the pieces back together. It doesn't hurt the same anymore. When you start taking accountability for why you are where you are in your life and what you did and how you played a part in it, things become a lot easier. Healing becomes a lot simpler because you're not trying to place blame on the next man. You're having to live in your truth. There were a lot of times that I should have walked away when I didn't walk away. There were a lot of instances where I should have just been focusing on me, my kids, and what we got going on next, and I didn't. There were a lot of reasons for me to not do a lot of shit that I did, but I didn't. But now I think before I act. I definitely talk to God about any and everything. I'm never going to make a move or a judgment call without him. I'm not. I'm going to keep on with this journey. I have decided to take this journey one step further. And I am no longer just on a celibacy journey, but I have decided to become abstinent, which is totally different. So I have decided to abstain from sex totally and completely until marriage. I genuinely, in my heart of hearts, feel like what's for me is for me. If I'm supposed to be single the rest of my life, so be it. If God is going to provide me my person, so be it. If I am supposed to become this nun-like woman, so be it. Like, I think that's one of the things that I really want my women out there to understand. And I love my brothers, I really do. But woman to woman, if I can't tell you nothing, it might hurt for the time being. And baby, is it gonna hurt? But when you're in the midst of that hurt, fall to your knees and pray. Not only do I want you to fall to your knees and pray, I need you to know, woman to woman, sister to sister, that God's love is more than sufficient. It's more than enough. After you've come out of a gaslighting, manipulative, narcissistic situation, It will have you questioning if you deserve to be loved, if you deserve to be wanted, if there's something wrong with you, if you're broken, if you're not okay. And I want you to know you're not broken. You're beautiful. You're more than enough. That's just not your person. And don't ever have or let anybody make you feel like you're not beautiful, you're not strong enough, you're not worthy enough. Because everybody is more than capable of finding their forever person. You just gotta let God give it to you. But in the midst of letting God give that to you, please, please, please know that God's love is more than sufficient. He can give you everything you need. He can give you comfort in your darkness. He can give you coverage in the storm. He can heal the brokenhearted. He can lift a broken spirit. What you thought could never be fixed, he can fix it. You just have to be willing to do what it takes and put in the effort and put in the work. If you keep going backwards, what are you really doing? Are you going to keep allowing yourself to be put into positions where you're steadily broken, steadily mentally abused, emotionally abused, spiritually abused? Are you going to keep allowing yourself to be put in these positions, in these predicaments, and allow these soul ties that you don't even want, that you don't even need, until they basically break you down to absolutely nothing? Men, it's okay to be celibate. It's okay not to allow woman after woman after woman after woman in your bed. It's okay to say no. It's okay to focus on self. It's okay to do the work. A man can simply say, oh, it don't mean nothing to me that I'm doing XYZ. Yeah, I'm sleeping with XYZ. But at the end of the day, it ain't no feelings there. It ain't no emotions there. Bullshit. You are spiritually connecting and tying yourself to these people regardless if you want to or not. You are taking their energies on regardless if you want to or not. You are putting that on other people that you are sleeping with regardless if you want to or not. And I wondered why my life wasn't at peace. I wonder why I was in such pain and turmoil, because you sleeping with all these other people. Then you coming and sleeping with me, and I'm taking up all their energies, negative. All your energies, negative. And I'm having to walk around with that shit. And I'm looking dead and tired and drained and miserable. I look dead and tired and drained and miserable right now. But guess what? It's not behind no nigga. It's behind me going to work 9 days in a row, 10 days in a row, 21 days in a row. It's from me getting money. I'm so up. I'm back up to where I was up before I had dealt with a nigga. When you start noticing how your world starts falling and tumbling down and crumbling, and you start doing worse off before you was dealing with a person, take heed. God showing you. I'm messing with your finances. I'm messing with your heart, your mind, your spirit, your body, your sleep. God will come in and tear down a whole lot of shit. Words don't move me anymore. Action don't even move me anymore. Discernment is everything. I place any and everything in front of God now. Before I allow you in my space, I'm going to put you in the forefront of God. Is this person supposed to be a part of my life? Is this person worthy of being here? Does this person deserve my time? Does this person deserve my energy? I'm putting any and everything in the forefront of God. Is this job for me? Am I supposed to be working this job? Am I supposed to be doing this? Am I supposed to be doing that? That's what I'm on. I'm not on nothing else. If God tell me no, that something or someone ain't supposed to be around, bye. I'm not moving off of hesitation no more. Immediately, you gotta go. Get out. Leave now. I'm so happy to celebrate 1 year celibate, 1 year of healing, 1 year of moving according to God, 1 year of going and knowing that I'm supposed to have a greater calling in ministry, 1 year of getting my bag up, 1 year of becoming bigger and better, and we not stopping. We not stopping. So I have a message that I want to record. I want to end this podcast by saying this. It's okay to still love someone, but give them to Christ. It's okay to still want the best for someone, but you got to give them to Christ. It's okay to still pray for someone that has done some of the most unthinkable damage to your heart, to your life, to your mind, to your body, to your spirit. And it's okay to still pray for that person. I almost let the things that happened to me turn my heart cold. And I thank God for allowing me to keep my heart. Because I want to continue to be that lover girl. I want to continue to be able to love and be loved and show love. I don't want to carry hate or pain or heartache every day when I walk through life. And I thank God for allowing me to overcome. And these are happy tears. Because I was so broken. I was so broken that I didn't know how I was going to come out of it for me and my kids. And God made a way. He put me in position with some of the best people that I have in my life right now. And I am so thankful for them. I want to be a better example to my daughters, for my sons. I want to be a better example for women who think that they have to tolerate or deal with bare minimalistic things that people offer them because they're not worthy or they're not deserving. Because you are. If I could leave y'all with anything, I want to leave you with this. Let go. Let God. Focus on you. Love yourself. Love your babies if you have babies. But please, please, please put God in the forefront. Don't make him have to break you like he had to break me for you to get it. I wanted to come to y'all real raw and uncut today. And I think I did that. And I'm getting ready to lay down because we about to go do day 10 in a row. So yeah, your girl's tired. But I know I've been procrastinating and I was supposed to been do this. It was supposed to been done. I love y'all. Thank y'all for coming in, roomies. See y'all soon.